Yes, konnichiwa, as G Dave says. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, I tell you what, it's warm, isn't it? It's very warm. I've got the window wide open next to me. The sun isn't on this side of the house, but I'll tell you what, it's still quite warm out there. There's a little bit of a breeze coming in, so I hope as we go through tonight, we'll get a little bit more of that coming in. Stop me melting in the chair. Yeah, we're going to play Running Train. You've seen a couple of videos already on this on the channel this week. It is in early access. It's only on PC at the moment. Bought it on Monday when it came out, 15 quid. I thought it was a bargain, really. Obviously, being in early access, there's things still, popping up that are not quite right with it, but we've already had one set of patches for it, which is quite encouraging. It's just one guy on his own developing this. So, he's done a great job. But what I want to say to you before we start, if anyone says this is a real competitor to DTG, it isn't. It's not. And he also says, the developer says, he's not a competitor to DTG. This is a fictitious Japanese railway or two. We got two lines that we can use at the moment. It's all fictitious. The trains are fictitious, although they are based on real types of ones. So he doesn't have the same kind of stuff as DTG, where he has to get the right sounds, get the right scenery, the buildings be in the right place. Try not to compare it, no matter what anyone else tells you, try not to compare it to Train Sim World and TS Classic and all that. Just enjoy it for what it is, and that's the best way to enjoy it. So we're just going to play a few services. I've not got anything particularly in mind. We're just going to run with it and see how we go. How's everyone doing? I can see G Dave. I can see Queen Bee is there. Sam is there. Jason, good evening. He's lurking because he's eating. A bit off of you lurking. Thanks for coming in, though. We're going to get into it. Hopefully the sound is okay because I've left it the same level as I did for the videos, so it should be fine. We're just going to start driving. I'm going to try and do the Sankai mainline first. I think we'll start with one of the longer services. There was one that I did earlier today, and I got an A, by the way. The first A that I've got so far. This is one of those limited ones. I want to do one of these again. I don't really want to do the same one. Let's just look if there's any more. That one is 127G. There's one a little bit. Let's do this one. Kanamori to Nagra, because I think what that will let us do is choose this one. I want to drive this one, the ultra modern looking train, which is the DC8 500. 4 cars. We got 4 cars. Any variation on that? No, just 4 cars. There's a couple of colours for it, but they're very similar, as you'll see. I don't know what the difference is actually with those. I'm just trying to look now. Very similar. Let's leave it on that, shall we? We'll do it in the spring. And we'll go. I'm going to try to read as much of the chat as I can, but as you'll see, there's a lot going on in the sim, so you've got to keep your eye on everything, or else you'll really mess it up. And that's easy for me to do anyway, isn't it, usually? So let's see how we go anyway. Right, that's a bit loud in my ears. Let's put it into forwards, release the emergency brake, and Q should let us do that. That's it. What time we due out? 17:20, so we've got about half a minute. As you've been seeing in all the videos, the look of the thing is like phenomenal, isn't it? It's like ultra realistic. Look at the reflections even on the glass. That's very clean glass though for a train, isn't it? You've got to admit. I don't think a windscreen will be that clean, even with those little bitty wipers that he's got on the front. But, I'll take it because it looks good. Pete, how are you? Just finished a Pacer service on Blackpool branches. Excellent. Release the brakes and depart. As I said, I'll try and see as much of the chat as I can. But it's quite busy. We've got an 80 coming out, we've got 45 coming up, so we need to watch for that. Of course, we're going to try and get 100% score, but it's very difficult. I did get that A before. I think I got about 90%, I think it was, to get the A. But we'll see how we go. See, I've already speeded. And again, I can't remember the 35 coming out of here. It kills me every time. Come on. That's it. Right, we'll get to speed up in a minute. But yeah, just enjoy the sim. It's really, really nice. I love what he's done with it. I was saying in the last video, it reminds me a little bit about Journey to Kyoto, which I played, which was on the... It's actually a PS4 game. And here we go again. Speeding. That's it. It's a PS4 game, but it was more like a video. And you just sped up and slowed down as you wanted. But this is completely different. He's placed the scenery down with this one, so it looks a bit better. Right, we're going full power now for this 120. We're passing our next station in 1.3 kilometres. See if we can do it with the ATS going, etc, etc. GW, how you doing? Good evening. Extreme Game, how are you? Still blown away by it. Yeah, it's really, really nice. That's why I did the other video in winter as well, because we'll do winter as well tonight, because winter looks pretty good. The snow's very good. Right, got an 85 coming up. Let's observe that. These long ones are pretty good. You've got to really concentrate. It does get a little bit better, a little bit easier as you go, but you've still got to have eyes like wall. I was saying in the first look, the hood is spread around different parts of the screen. Those of us that are used to playing Prince in World, for example, are used to it pretty much all being in one place. So you've got to try and get over that as well. But it works though. We've got to stop next, just under 2 kilometres. As we're approaching the speed limit, you can apply the brakes. I'm not going to do it yet. We're not that near to the speed limit. I don't know what the top speed is for these, actually. We need to be down for a 90 though, and I'm not going to make it. See what I mean? I wasn't looking over to the left then. Right, that'll do us. 57% score. We're not going to get an A in this one, folks, but we'll give it a good shot. 90. You got your PC to work with TSW now, after playing around with the settings and installed a few mods. Nice, yeah, nice. Yeah, there are some good mods out there, actually. Right, we've got 700 metres until we need to stop. But we need to be down for 65 pretty quick as well. There's the 65, so that's good. 500 metres to go. God, it's hot in here, I tell you. So we know that the stopping point is plus or minus 5 metres, so you've got to be pretty accurate-ish. I hope he updates that somehow in a future build to make it a bit less rigid. Although it might suit quite a few people. Just for the extra challenge, you know. But I find that I come in either too fast or too slow. Concentrating on trying to hit this little marker. You'll see when we get to the end, when you get the summary screen at the end, the thing that always lets me down is the stopping. And sometimes the harshness of the stopping as well. We'll check it out when we get to the end. Got your feet up in the Lurkers Lounge with a cool pint of Thatcher's. Oh, don't make me jealous like that. I've got the Diet Coke as standard that I'll have to do when I'm driving. That's the guide buzzing us. Let's get on with it. 80 as we leave the station. We'll try and do a couple of outside shots as well as we go. Of course, we'll blow the horn. Look at the shine on the rail there as well. Yes, I think this is the most modern train in the whole game at the moment. I quite like the older ones though, they've got some charm, but I'm not a fan of the lap brakes. They take a little bit more getting used to on the very old ones. 120 coming up. There it is. Nagata is next, but that's a go via. Do you have to open the doors? No. Oh, David said, no, you don't have to open the doors. It's all automated. I don't know whether you'll need to do that in future. I don't know if they'll implement that once there's passengers. Deputy coming up. You've got to brake pretty harshly sometimes to get those speeds down. If you go in the top light from the 120 down to the 70, unless you know the route, it doesn't give you very long warning to get down. Is what I've found. Just practice, isn't it? Like everything else. I'm really enjoying it though. I did say in the first look that there are a limited amount of services on each timetable. So once you've completed them all, obviously you'll have your ratings and you can go back and you can try to beat your previous score. But I think as time goes on, he's going to have to release sort of a bigger timetable. I know there's some extensions coming out. There's some new routes coming out. Once we pop back into the service screen, we'll have a look at that. But playability-wise, it's a good first effort for 15 quid. But it will need a bit extra, I think. David Drives, how are you? Good evening. 18 months. Thank you for that support, buddy. Hope you're doing alright. Mark, thank you for the sub. I'll do my best. I'm going like this. You're trying to put me off now by doing your memberships. Right, we're passing the next station, so let's get up to this 80. Because we're getting points all the time for being on time, or we're getting them deducted when we're arriving late. Continually updating the points to the top. We're on 82% at the moment, which I suppose is not too bad. So stay under 80 just for now. There we go, 120. So due to pass at 17:29. We're just slightly ahead of time, I would say, looking at that. Looking at how far we've got. There's an 85 coming up. See what I mean? You've got to keep your eyes everywhere to meet all the different speed changes. Route learning is definitely going to be a thing, but perhaps it's a good thing there's only two routes to start with. It might help with that. To the 85. Doing the Japanese now, trying to be clever. Good job you've got the internet, isn't it? Especially Stacey's trying to be the tops in Japanese. If we get a real Japanese viewer in the chat, you must speak up and show them up. Well, thanks everyone for coming. I see we've got 23. Thanks very much for that. 27 it just went up to. Right, got to beat this 90. Come on, down you come. There he goes. Right, Hayakawa is next, and we're passing through in 400 metres. Take another look outside just while we can. Right, our score is at 85%, so, you know, I'm quite happy with that. And like I said, whatever scores are set for all these, I'll just go back and try and get better at it as time goes on. It'd be nice to get a score down for everything to start with, if we can. 2 kilometres to Kamori, passing through again. Yeah, so if you're on PC and you haven't got that, you haven't bought this yet, you might want to consider getting it. It's interesting. I'm having a lot of fun with it, to be honest. Brake for 95. It is. And of course, it's Japan, it's got blossom trees and they look great, don't they? It's not like Tracing World we see. It's a one type of tree. That tree doesn't exist out there. Swap that tree immediately. Doesn't matter on this. Doesn't matter. It's just good fun. Right, we got 700 to Kamori, and then we are going to Omishima after that. Chance this time. Oh, close point soon has got knocked off. There's on the hood there, you see the G meter. I think that's where I'm getting penalised when I'm doing the braking. Obviously I'm coming in a bit too harsh, which would lurch people forward. And it doesn't like it. And it'll knock me a few points off. About 1.5 kilometres to go. Yeah, I think when you're playing TSW, for example, you get, with the hood, you get a lot more notice. If you don't know the route, you get a lot more notice that a speed change is coming than you're doing this. But look at this coastline. This coastline's great. The water textures are brilliant. Right, we're stopping here in 500. Let's see what we can do. Don't want to come in too slow. Release the brake, just coast it in. And this 200. You can see appeared at the top of the hood on the left. It'll tell me how many seconds behind or in front of schedule I am, and it's also given me the distance to the stop marker. And it's also, I think, telling me the strength of brakes that I'm putting in. I think that's what that is telling me, the KPA. So plus or minus 5 for the stop. That should be okay, and it is. If it wasn't already hot in here, this is making me hot, I'll tell you. That's what it's like. Concentration. That's one of the older trains there next to us. We'll drive one of those later. We need to wait for 17:35 and 15 seconds, so we are ahead of time, which is quite good, isn't it? Oh, you're going for the Japanese oxenome now? Yeah, we might get 1 or 2 of those. Yeah, we might get 1 or 2 of those. I have done a couple of those when I've not been streaming it. Right, that's the brakes off. Let's do it. Up to 80 to start with. Bit of clag out the top there. Nice. Yeah, passengers are coming. I think on the road map it might have even said June, I think, for passengers. So, even though it's a train game, it seems a bit silly we haven't got passengers, but, you know, if he said when exactly they're coming, I'm alright with that. fine. There seems to be a lot for one guy to do on his own. I think it's took him between 2 and 3 years to get into the States. So that's a lot of work, isn't it? Iwaminato, I think that is, that we're going to pass through next in just under 2.5 kilometres. Right, that little buzzer is warning me that we've got a speed reduction coming up. It doesn't always do that, I've noticed. Yeah, 95 I need to do, so I overdid it a bit, but it's fine. We've got 150 points for not missing that one. Made by Guro, how you doing? Nice to see you. Running Train it's called. And you can get it on Steam now. Sorry if I miss anybody, I'll catch up with it once I get to the other end. It's a bit hectic at the minute. It's easier making a video than it is live streaming it, I'll just tell you. I'm actually driving it better than when I was watching all the review videos. I thought I've actually come into it and I'm driving it better than I thought I would do. I was trying to do some learning before it came out with the sort of gameplay videos that were released by the dev. I was quite enjoying them actually. And if you do want to route learn as well, you can get the AI driver to drive the train. You can go along as it will drive it. I think you still, I've not done it yet, but I think you still sit in the driver's position when the train drives itself. So you can sort of just admire the scenery without having to worry about driving it improperly like me. But it'd be good for route learning. There is that about it, it's quite nice. Right, 104. And we've got 1.6 to Kagaradai. Is my best guess there. I don't know why I put the brakes on there. I'm getting trigger happy again with my fingers. As I mentioned in one of the videos, I think it was the first one, the first thing I did was remap all the key bindings to be the same as those that I use in TS Classic. Because then I can commit most of them to memory without having to fiddle around and use the default ones. I found the default ones really confusing. I did try it to begin with. It was super confusing. I mean, why not just use a system that you know? I'm glad we were able to rebind. That's quite important. Score's hovering around 84%. I think our next one is a go via as well. No, it's a stop in 1.6. Got a 90 coming up, which is what it was telling me. There it is. Take the brake off. Try and get back up to the 90 because I overdid it. And 900 to the stop. Put a little tiny bit of braking. And that lady that shouted at me, I understand that she is saying you're about to stop, or you need to stop. That's what that is saying. Which I guess is pretty handy. Stop here. Door knocks on this one. You'll be in trouble. Right, just under 300 meters to go. Let's see how we do this time. Right, so we're over time. Can you see now on the left hand side? Plus 4 seconds, plus 5 seconds. This might just do it. Yeah, we're alright. Just roll forward a little bit. There we go. That's it. Cool. What are you doing? You're insulting me now in Japanese, are you? Conductor mode? Who's talking about conductor mode? In TSW, you mean? I've not touched it for a while, I must admit. I do the odd one. I'll probably play it once or twice on each route that's got it. But not often. Not as often as I thought I would. Going back up a little bit, David, you said does need passengers and a bit more road traffic for you. World feels dead. Besides, if he doesn't have passengers, the planned conductor mode will be rubbish. Oh, I didn't realise he was doing a conductor mode in this. I didn't realise that. Yeah, he's doing the passengers next month. I'm sure it's next month. If you look on Steam, it's in the roadmap. There's a little roadmap. He posted it in the community section. I think the roadmap goes all the way through to the end of 2027, I think. So he's got a bit of stuff to do on it yet. I don't know whether the price will increase once it goes into the full game, when it comes out of early access. Right, there's the 80 coming on. This will go via, thankfully. Yokohama. It's a nice route that he's done though, following this coastline all the way down. I quite like that. It's a shame it's not real, but I'm sure Japan has got equally good real versions of this. The coastline, I mean. Do you mean, is this worth it, made by Giro? This is, yeah, I would say so. It's very arcadey, but it needs, it probably needed something, didn't it, as an objective? Because there's only 2 lines, you need some kind of objective, so you can see how busy I am trying to get this score up, though it definitely needed it. But I don't mind that aspect of it. And as long as you're alright with it being fictional, then that's the other thing. But you can look at it, you couldn't believe this was real, couldn't you? A real place, I mean. I like what he's done with it. You know, it's not a real place, but he's captured a bit of Japan, what Japan actually looks like. speed changes, honestly. 220. We're stopping at the next one, Nagara, in just under 4 kilometres. Hopefully we've clawed a little bit of that time back. We'll see. Need a good stop. Yeah, I was saying earlier about the longevity of it. As long as over the next sort of year, those greyed out routes that we'll look at get released periodically, you know, then there'll be something new to do then. But it will keep needing something new, I think. But for that, you know, the 15 quid at the moment, the 15 quid price point, I think he's alright for that. What's 15 quid if it keeps you going for a good few months, you know? Right, we've still got 1.8 kilometres to go. Got a depot on the left there. Points have crept up to 87%. We're just about hanging in there. I think this was a 28-minute service, wasn't it, this one? So there is one that's 44 minutes. We might do one of those after. I've not done one of those yet. But I think what we'll do next is switch to the other line once we finish this one. Right, we've got 400 metres just over. Just apply a small amount of brake until we get within the distance. Make sure it's not too slow. Brakes in notch 1. It's probably enough, I would say. Then just increase it slightly. It's that increase at the end that I think it doesn't like when I do that. Now we're going to have to go backwards because look, 6.8 metres we went there. That's what it doesn't like. That's how fine it is. There you go. Right, we'll just go back to forwards. So yeah, even if you just go over that 5 metres by half a metre, it wants you to go backwards. I don't really like that aspect of it. It should just dock you a few points perhaps, rather than make you, you know, reverse. Right, waiting for departure. Oh, that's it. That's the end. Let's see how we did, shall we? So we'll get the summary screen. And it gives you quite a good breakdown on this left-hand side, showing you your driving quality. Oh, B, it's not too bad. Your stopping accuracy, you see 50% for the stopping accuracy. It's the same every time. So it's good in the fact that you can look at it and... Podge, thank you for that sub. How you doing? It's good that you can see your individual areas where you need to improve on for the next one. So we got 20,000 points out of 80. Let's have a look. Oh, to get to level 10, I need to be 95,745 points. I'm currently 88.3 thousand. So I'm on level 9 at the moment. Does it say what the maximum points were to get an A? I don't think it does. Yeah, look at my accuracy for the stopping. You can see. We're talking centimetres, look. Centimetres. I think that's a bit too strict, but anyway. Pete, good evening. How you doing? Any 40s in this? No, sadly not. Marcus, how you doing? Nice to see you. Right. We'll go into the Fukagawa line. So this is a shorter one. They're all quite short. You can see I've done one there. I got a C. That was probably one of the ones I did for the first look, I would say, because I don't think I've been back into this. There's not as many services as you can see. It's a very short list, this. So we'll do one of these next. What about a nighttime one? I've not done nighttime yet, so I've not seen it lit up at night. I don't know how dark it's going to actually go, but we'll try this, I think. We'll just see what everybody is saying. David, you wish it was a real route? Yeah, I do as well. I do. But would it, if it was a real route, would it be this good? And would it? It took him 3 years to do this, and it's fictional. You know, how long would it have took him if it had been a real route? Plus, then you start. I don't know how many locals there would be to whatever route he did, but if it's anything like TSW, then you get people saying that doesn't look right. That doesn't exist in real life. That's not right. The sound's terrible. He doesn't have all that with this, which is why I keep saying we shouldn't really compare it, you know. Right, let's have a look what we've got on this run. We've got the HR 1100, the HR 1500, and what did we have at the beginning? The KR 5000. That's the one with the lap brakes, isn't it? I think. Let me have a look at. I've run the red one before. I don't think I've run that one. We'll do that one. We'll do it in the spring. It says partly cloudy, overcast, rain. What about night in the rain? A spring night in the rain. What do you reckon? We'll try it. Snorko, good evening. Accuracy and timing is absolutely paramount in Japan. You wouldn't last 5 minutes. I wouldn't. They would not let me drive trains in Japan. They wouldn't let me drive trains anywhere. Come to think of it, never mind Japan. Especially Japan. Oh my word, you can't even see a thing here now. Right, okay. Let's do that. Release some of the brakes. Let's have a look what we can see from outside. I don't think we're going to see much on this one, are we? It's a bit too dark. Let me just see what it's like from the cab. Oh, it's not as bad. It's only 12 minutes. Let's do it, shall we? We'll do it. It's worth probably showing it in all weathers and all situations. I've got V, surprise, with a wiper. There we go. We've got wheel spin, I think. Definitely had some grip issues there. I didn't know the physics. I didn't know if the physics were in, actually, but it looks like they are. Like we've got flashes of lightning there in the distance. Right, we've got 0.6 to our first stop. We'll just see how we do with this one. This one's a challenge. Do up to 80. This is one of the older units you can drive, this one. It hasn't got lap brakes, this one. That's good. Let's reduce the power. We'll start putting in the said brake and see how we do. This could be an oxynom, this one. It could be slightly. I'm going to have to reverse. I'm still in the platform. We're going to have to reverse. Oh, dear me. Right, okay. Let's do it. Yeah, alright, stop beeping at me. The guard goes mad if you overshoot slightly. 15 metres I think I went over. Really unforgiving, this lot. Now I'm going to have to go forwards. Look at that. The brakes are terrible on this one. Right, okay. He's off again, look. I'm going to creep forward. You've never seen a double oxynom, have you? Forwards and backwards. At the same station. Oh, there we go. Thank God for that. Oh, it gave me some score. It gave me 750 for that. I see you all laughing. You do an oxenome, then you reverse and you still do an oxenome. Oh, God. Right. He's going to beep us now and say get going. There he is. Right, we've only got 600 to the next station, so we'll try and nail this one a bit better. See all their emojis coming up. How you doing, Spurious? It looks mighty for 15 quid. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. Porky's Gamers, how you doing? It'd take 5 minutes of the guard call your names before he bells you back. I don't really want to go fast now. It was like, you could see what brake I had applied. I wonder if I slid through. I didn't know physics were a thing in it, honestly. It's good that it is, but I've not seen that mentioned anywhere, but it seems like it to me. So, you know, if the weather's going to make a difference, then that's quite good, isn't it? We've got a dry tunnel here, which will help us for this next one. 200 to go. Yeah, we're plus 20 seconds at the moment for this stop. Right, let's start taking it off now. The lighting at the station's quite nice at night, isn't it? The rain is actually bouncing off the platforms. That's something that TSW actually, you know, I said I wasn't going to compare, but it is something that TSW couldn't do for a long time. There we go, within the 5, so we're good. Our score has crept back up to 50% there. Yeah, 2 for the price of 1. Right, this is very short hops, this, isn't it? Seiyu, or Seyo, I don't know how you pronounce it with that accent over the top. 800 metres. You can hear it whirring, can't you? I don't know if that's wheel spin. Probably is. You had a foreman ask you to reverse your truck about 18 inches this afternoon into a yellow box. Unloading zone. It wasn't Japanese, was it? It's like this. That's what that just felt like. Right, we've got 30 coming up before the station. At this speed, the warning you get for the speed change is fine. It's when you're doing the 120, it becomes a bit seat of the pants. It was mentioned in one of the previews, the wheel slip is a thing. I quite like it, that's good then, that's good. Again, that adds to the challenge then, doesn't it? That's pretty good. We'll do one in the snow again tonight because the snow looks pretty good as well. A lot of people commented on that video say the snow looked really good. We were quite surprised. I mean, our timing's terrible now. We're going to be so late. Yeah, plus 47, look. Come on, 5 metres. Within 5 metres, plus or minus. Yeah, there is like a little... You can see like a little sensor in the track. So I don't know if real Japanese trains use that. And you have to stop on the actual mark. It could be a thing. I don't know. I don't know enough about Japanese trains. If that's the way it is, I'm happy to play it like that. When you hear that hiss, you can release the brakes. That's the doors. And then you get the beep from the guard or the conductor and you're off. I actually got points for that time accuracy. It's not very accurate though. Right, 700 to go. Kitami is our next stop. Try and get the wheels to grip a little bit before I put a bit more throttle in. We are going uphill, of course, as well, which doesn't help. Becky, man, good evening. How you doing? Shame this isn't on console. Is you have a £10 Xbox gift voucher? Yeah, he said once it's out in full release on PC, he'll then consider whether he's bringing it to consoles. I think he would. It's a console. It's a game that would thrive on console, I think. So you might have to wait for a little bit, but I think eventually he'll do it. Right, we're coming in hot again here. Let's see how we do. Too short. There's the stop marker, the 2 car. You start putting the brakes on, you shoot past. 3.7, we're alright on that one. You just bought the game. Dave has already said. Yeah, they're on the roadmap. You'll see them on the roadmap. They're coming out afterwards as he works through them. There's just these two to start with. The engine noise hooked you. Yeah, they've got some nice sounds, haven't they? Yeah. Or some station have got gates on the platform edges, so no getting it wrong. Yeah. Got to be exactly lined up, yeah. It'll be nice when the passengers get introduced. It does seem a bit strange without the passengers at the moment. And hopefully the passengers behave as well. You know, they do things. They get on and off. They leave. You can see them leaving the station, perhaps. They're carrying bags, that kind of thing. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that. $500 to go. Okamachi. And don't worry about this, we'll play this one again before we finish in the daytime so you can see it. I just wanted to have a good look at the night lights. It's not as dark actually as I thought. When we first set off I thought it was going to be pitch black, but actually the route is going through the middle of a sort of town, isn't it, or a village. So there's street lighting and all sorts. Lighting from the buildings, etc. But it's not completely dark. It's not like driving up an overshap in an 86, is it? It's pitch black. That one was alright. You got drunk over the weekend and bought the mild May line, and it's utterly boring. I haven't played the mild May line for ages, actually. I can't really remember. It's very stop-start. It's one of those ones, you know, if you like the stop-start, you're alright. If you want a good run, then it's a bit different. Right, Takahashi is next, and the little T, I assume, next to it means that's where the service terminates. I'm nearly choking now. Andrew, good evening. How you doing? Corian, good evening. You've been following me a long time, but just noticed you haven't subbed out. No, thanks for that. Thanks for that, buddy. No worries at all. As long as you sub now, that's it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I'm good, Andrew. Thanks, yeah. How about yourself? The other thing I was going to say as well that might happen tonight is that you probably saw in yesterday's video, that's me overspeeding, look. The service I tried to do yesterday ended with a red light about 1 kilometre before the station. There's a couple of services apparently that do that. When I went onto the Discord and reported that actual one, 3 or 4 other people the same day had reported that it wasn't working. So there are a couple in the game, but I don't know what the others are. So we might come across one that gets a red light and just gets stuck. He'll just need to fix it. Now this wants me to put the brakes on and press Q, but I'm coasting at the moment, so I can't get rid of the alarm. Now I can. If you're coasting, the alarm will still go off. We got buffers here, look. Could get Stace to drive this one. Now, you have to be spot on that one. She got trouble. Isn't that right, Stace? We don't want to go through the Watford buffers. Alright, let's see how we did. Oh, 45%. I can see it at the top already. We'll go and see the summary, though. And the breakdown. Let's press enter. We'll have a look. Then have a quick catch up with the chat. Driving quality. 14%. That's rough. Punctuality was equally rough. Safety, obeying the signals, was nearly 80%. So, you know, I got something slightly right. Definitely more of a challenge driving at night, I will say that, and with the rain on because of the wheel slip, etc. So there is a decent amount of challenge with it that I'm pleased about as well. But I only got a C for that one, but I'll work on that one and I'll come back and do that one again. Before we pick the next one, I'll just have a quick catch up. Bournes has arrived. How you doing, Bournes? I didn't see you there. Good to see you. Oh, you were looking for the Passengers Parkies gamers last night. Yeah, they're not in yet. They're not in yet. I speculated on that before it came out, if you remember, if you saw that one. And it was only afterwards he put a list on Steam of what he was working on. And that was one of the main things. That's the first thing I think that's coming out. Right, we're going to go back to the Sankai main line for this one. I think we'll do one in the snow. And shall we do a longer one? What did we do last time? Which one was it that I did? I did that one, didn't I? So we went on the up last time. We'll go on the down. So we'll do this one, I think. 11:47, 44 minutes. Got 15 stops. You can see the map, by the way. I should have said that over here on the right-hand side. That's the map of the service where we're actually going. At the top, as you were mentioning in the chat, these, with the padlocks, these are the routes that he's planning to bring out as part of the roadmap. So at the moment, there's just these 2 available. These 3 over the course of the next 18 or so months to 2 years. He'll introduce those probably as DLCs, I would expect. I don't think they'll be free. They'll probably come out as DLCs. I don't know that, but, you know, he's obviously having to put a lot of work in as a one-man band to create those. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do Nagara to Kanamori because it's 44 minutes. That's why we're going to do it. Do one of the longer ones. We've not driven the 1500 yet tonight. Which one did we drive then? Was it the 1500 or the 1100? Oh, I can't remember now. Does anybody remember? Would have been the 1500. Let me know if you remember because I'm going to change it. Winter, snow. We're going to do snow. I'm not going to do blizzard. Which one did we drive? You want to try driving a truck on British roads with a full AI Samsara system watching you and measuring all your parameters with a full geolocation. And you're currently at 97%. You're doing all right then. Oh, which one did we drive just then? I can't remember. Someone rewind it and tell me. They look pretty similar, these. The 1500 and the 1100. I think that's the really old one with the lap brakes. You just know it wasn't green. Oh god. I think we should drive this one. We'll do it in this blue colour, I think. Right, doesn't look like any of you actually know. So we'll go for this, right? 1100. If it's the same one, if it's the same one as we just drove, we'll change it. But I don't think it was the 1100. I want to try and drive every one of them you see tonight. Not being real trains, they're all very very similar. Yeah, we definitely didn't drive this one, did we? We definitely didn't. Look at that snow. Right, getting it into forwards. Waiting for a departure time. Get the headlight on. That's almost real, isn't it, that? It, like, the way the snow has, like, fallen on top of the train and everything is, like, quite natural looking, isn't it? There's a bit on the edge of the platform. Again, other games that we have looked at didn't do that for a long time. Right, let's go. Set the brake off. That's better. That should let us go. Right, we are stopping in just under 4 kilometres on this one. I don't know if the horns are any different. I saw this and I mentioned it on the last video, but look at the flaps on the front when you press the horn. Pretty neat. We're already wheel spinning, by the way. So this one's going to be a bit more challenging as well, but it's fine. Graphics wise, it's spot on. It does look very good, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I think a game like this with really terrible graphics just wouldn't be as exciting at all, would it? The fact that it looks as good as it does is a massive selling point for it on its own. Right, put it up to full power. We can get up to 100 right now. We're probably going to come sliding in. This is lap brakes as well. No, he's really impressive, yeah, I would agree with that. 95 coming up. We're underneath already, so we're good. Raph, how you doing? Welcome in. How you doing, buddy? Right, we've still got just over 2 kilometres to go. The only thing I would say about the snow, of course, is that there doesn't seem to be any moisture on the windows going through the snow. So you would expect snow to sort of, you know, wet the driver's windscreen a bit. There isn't any. But again, it's a small thing. But we probably shouldn't be using the wipers at this point in time. Right, let's see how we do with these brakes, these lap brakes. probably put a bit of brake in this tunnel where it's dry. Stop us sliding in. At least cut like 20 kilometres off our speed before we have to really slow it down. I'll just release the brakes there. Put it into lap ready, and then I just need to add a bit of brake force in. I'll be coming in a bit too slow, I think. I never played that Densha to Go. I never played it. Right, I'll just release the brake. Keep dabbing it a little bit. You can see the brake meter there in the hood. This one's going to be touch and go. 1.9. That's alright. We'll take that. Yeah, good, Raf. Yeah, nice to see you. Back off your travels. That's the guide telling us to get going, so we'll do that. Score is pretty bad, 67% at the minute. Look at that. I'm looking to see if I can see the wheels slipping. I can definitely hear it. I don't know if the animation is there. I can't really tell. At least it doesn't have dynamic whether it just instantly changes that. That is quite poor, isn't it? Yeah. And as you know, that's the reason why I generally, in that game, I turn that off. It can make you jump sometimes. It's that much of a severe change. Kind of like that. It startles you a little bit. Depending what it's changing from and to. Right, we've got 2 kilometres to go to our next stop. So this is the long service. This is the 44-minute service. So we'll see how we do. Lap brakes and everything, and in the snow. I'll catch up with the chat once we get to this next station. The coast is over there again on the right hand side. Looks a bit different, doesn't it, in the weather? Right, let's try the brakes, shall we? $600 to go. I'll just release the brake this time a little bit when we get a bit nearer. Fortunately now there's a cool breeze coming in through that window behind me, so that's good. Yeah, so I think Raf, if you're still there, you know the developer, don't you, Raf? You can tell him. He did actually send me a nice message this morning, the developer, on Discord. But let him know he's done a great job. Oh, it's just far too slow coming in. It's good though. There you go. And you've travelled on this type of train in real life. Nice. Yeah, you can just come back from Japan, haven't you? Amongst other places. Right, off we go. Yutsu, I'm going to say that is, in just under 2 kilometres. Again, it's struggling for grip. I can tell it's struggling for grip. Got 4 notches of power on this one. There it goes, you can hear it. And you can see the G meter actually. See the G meter in the hood going up and down as it slides. If I just go to 2 notches of power, see if we can stabilise it a bit. That's better. It's holding in one place now, so that's where it wants to be with the grip. I'm quite pleased about that. You know, you run them in different weathers, different trains. There's a few combinations of complexity that you can do to try and beat your scores and whatnot. So if anybody comes back and they've all got A's next to every service, you know they've run it in spring with no cloud. Nothing to stop them getting the highest score. As I could see on the Discord, there was a lot of, I did this service, I got this point score. See if you can beat it. But not a lot of them were saying what the actual conditions were. Obviously, you can see it makes a difference. Right, got the braking lap ready to go. 900 to the stop. $750. She starts shouting for us to stop. $300. It does look good, that snow. You need to kind of learn just how much, watch that brake lever and kind of learn how much brake to put in on these lap brakes. Kind of like if you've played TSW, kind of like you do on the 101, you can kind of, you learn the speed, the sweet spot for what level to set the brake at. See, I'm too short there. Yeah, I know I'm too short. I'm going now, I'm going. With the 101, you can learn the sweet spot. And do it every single time and work on your timings. It'll be the same with this, exactly the same. You love the rail joint audio. Yeah, that's another point, yeah. I don't know where he's recorded that from, or whether it's sort of synthesized, it's not real. I'm not sure. Right, there's the buzz to go. Have a look outside again, shall we? Look at the reflections in the windscreen. It's like, it's mad, isn't it? This is that wheel spin again. I'm going to put it in notch 2. It likes notch 2 in the snow. This. For those of you that didn't see the first look, by the way, as well, I'm talking about the points all the time, but you can run every single service in practice mode, but it just switches the points off, so you can just enjoy driving it. If you don't want the challenge of the points, you don't need the points. go back inside. I'll catch up with the chat in a sec. You mentioned Train Crew there. Has anyone played that? I've not played that. Someone suggested me to play that. I've not even looked at that. But I'm just coasting. 800. Put it into lap. Ready to put some brake pressure in. I'll start putting a little bit in. Just lap it there. Oh, you've played it, Ralph? Yeah, regular player. I'll give it a look. I've not even seen it yet. I'll have a look at it. Kagaradai. This is. Definitely the ones with the straight brakes are easier. A bit more in. Lap it again. There you go. I keep wanting to press a button to open the doors. I'm not going to lie. Every time I stop, I go to open the doors. It's weird, isn't it? You just want to do it. You get so used to something. You back off out to the pub, boards. Have you moved there yet? Have you got a tent in the back? Chris, good evening, how you doing? Again, sorry if I've missed anybody. I've got my hands full. I'm doing my best to catch up with the chat and everything. And try and get a good score, but I think we've blown it on this one already. We're at 41%. We're on the flat here, so let me try and put the third notch of power in. It's gripping this time. So it's gripping on the straight. Right, we can get up to 100. And we've got time for it, 2.3 kilometres. Yeah, the stopping force, I was saying that, Raph, at the beginning, that's where in every single summary at the end, that's the thing that most lets me down, so I need to practice that. It's tricky. It is tricky to get it right. It might be worth concentrating on one train to start with and learning how that brakes, I think. At the moment, I'm swapping around between all of them, between the normal brakes and the lap brakes. And they're all completely different. And if you've got a 3-car or a 6-car, again, physics-wise, that seems to make a difference. The 6-car being a bit heavier, it feels like it pushes you a bit more when you come into a stop. Right, 1.25 kilometres to go. Let's just coast it. Get the lap brake ready. 800. $500. 250 meters to go. 100 plus 145 seconds. We're not going to get any points for timeliness on this. Just release a little bit of the brake. In fact, I'm going to release all of it, so I'll stop short. Yeah, alright, stop buzzing at me, Gord. I know what I'm doing. He's like, we can't get off here. There's no platform. It's a good job he's only a buzzer. Can you imagine if he was Japanese shouting at me every time? That'd soon become very annoying, wouldn't it? Yeah, this is too slow. Too slow. There we go. Yeah, even the speedo needle shoots up when the wheels are spinning. It's great. It's just the little things, isn't it? You need to play it a little bit to fully appreciate it, or watch it like this to see those types of things. Out of the box, you would say, oh, it's just, you know, it's just an arcadey type train sim that looks good. But actually, there's been a lot of thought put into things like that, even though it's not real routes, etc. The physics side of it and everything else, the sound, it's just great. There's a lot going for it. For 15 quid, let's be fair. I mean, Sunday, I know it came out Monday. Sunday, I was thinking, I wonder what it was going to be. I kept seeing things online. It's going to be around $20, which, you know, in that case would work out same for us, 15 quid. But I was thinking he's probably going to charge more for it, and actually I was quite surprised when it did come out at 15 quid. I know it's like an early bird discount. I think it goes up to about 17 quid at the end of this week, end of May. So you can get a couple of quid off it, but even at 17 quid, still, I know it's early access, but there's enough to do for that price, you know. Right. Let the brakes off. Don't ride the brake on. We'll do 90 down here if we're not slipping. I'll just leave it in notch 2 for now. See if it accelerates us slowly. We're going uphill. So. This one's nailing the suspension perfectly, in your opinion. It does. I think you can set the cab sway as well. By the way, I turned mine down a little bit, but I think it's on full when you first go into it. Mine's not swaying around very much, but that is one of the settings as well. There's a little bit of cab sway, but not too much. Right, 1.2 kilometres to go. Get the power off. Thanks everybody for coming in, much appreciated. Right, got me down for a 75. There it is, that's good. We should get at least 150 for that, there it goes. Yeah, this is not going to be a very good score, this one, by the end. But we'll get back to the sunny spring weather after this. And we'll see how that works out. My other excuse, of course, is that when I'm train simming, I run everything in miles per hour pretty much. apart from we're playing the German stuff. So, you know, knowing what 8 kilometers per hour actually is converted to what you used to is another trick. Now, if you're really good at that, then that'll help you, you know. But it all adds up. It all combines to, you know, for the whole experience. And how good you'll be at it, etc. Yeah, I know you were talking about the bogie suspension, yeah, but it reminded me about the cab sway as well, which is obviously related to the suspension. We'll look at the bogie suspension in a sec. 225 seconds later, we got 200 knocked off for that. Feel it doing it again. I'll put it in notch 2. Don't we get going? I'll try and play outside like this for as much as I can on this part. See a bit more of the scenery. Try for notch 3 now, I think. We're on the flat. The track noises, the joint sounds are quite good. Yeah, you're right. I'll pop back in for this tunnel shot. Also, by the way, the transitions between the cameras are pretty good. Again, it's a small thing, but it works. Yeah, someone's spent a judicious amount of time sorting out the snow graphics and physics. That'll be the one guy. He's done everything. You never know, he might develop it even further and he might even get someone to help him. Because I'm going to imagine that from this release he's going to make a few quid. Now that he can actually sell the thing. So he might, you know, this is how it all starts, isn't it? He might be able to take someone else on just to help him get things done twice as quick. Not saying he will. It's his baby, but he might do. Right, here we go. We're 80 meters away. Go on, go on. Let's put it in lap ready. Let's put a bit of brake in right now, and we should be good. There we are. Right, let's depart. There's our friendly guard in the back. Even the snow on the hedges, look on the left-hand side. And the right-hand side. That's great, that. Snow on the hedge. Zoom out a little bit with the mouse like that. You can see a bit more of it. There we go. At this point, I think the score on this one is gone. We might as well just admire the view instead on this one. I think we've blown it on the. I'll go 150 then for obeying the signal. Still 37%. He's obviously single, yeah. It's took him 3 years though. Yeah, that's a lot of hours in the man cave, isn't it, that developing this. You see the two cars as well moving independently of each other as they're swinging around the curve. All good stuff. .7 kilometers to Hayakawa. Pop back in. Hope it does come to console. Yeah, I hope it does too. I hope it does. By the time it does, the game will be it'll be well established, won't it? So it would probably then come to console as a full package once all the DLCs have come out, I would imagine. Wonder if it's hard to play with a controller. Good question, yeah, because I haven't played with a controller. You can use your Xbox controller. I noticed it came up for me saying I could. But looked at it, I didn't like the key mappings, the key bindings for the controller. So once I got the keyboard set up how I wanted it, I just thought I'll play it with the keyboard, you know. I'm so glad you're able to remap the keys though. I wouldn't have been able to play it. It would have took me forever to get used to the new different key layout. If this is your first train game, then obviously it's a bit different. You'd pick it up because that's how it is. Come on. Yeah, I just don't like this aspect of it. I'm going to have to get used to it though, that's all. Yeah, dropping points left, right and centre. Braking smoothness again, always gets me. Admire of you. You like Japan, don't you? You like Japan. Hayakawa literally means fast river. Excellent. I didn't know that. Right, where are we off to this time? Issa, we've been there before. We were due there 2 minutes ago. It looks like Back to the Future. But if you get if you're playing this and you get an A rating, if you're playing it in the sunny weather, you get an A rating. Try the exact same service with these conditions and see how you get on. Just to see how you find it. But it's happy in notch 2 now. I'll put it to notch 3. Let's watch that G meter. It's trying to increase. It's trying. I quite like how it's been set up. I mean, it's really good there. Right, 1.6 to Issa. Lock yourself in a man cave and developed a route, things would head south with the missus. Yeah, I can understand that, yeah. Until you bring the money in afterwards, depending on how it sells, you might not mind that bit so much. Right. We'll get back into the sunshine after this, and there's going to be a quiz after this. Which one have we not driven yet? Because that's the one we're driving next. I should have wrote them down as we went.
次は停車です。次は停車です。 次は停車です。
Right, 140 metres. Mood on TV, thank you for the sub, how you doing? Oh, he's going to buzz me now. There you go. I'm too short. 2 metres short, you see? We'll just creep forward till we get to 5, and then we'll just brake here. There we go. If you press the right mouse button and drag it, you can move inside the cab. Yeah, do you know what? I did that by accident before, and I knocked the mouse, and I didn't know that at that time. So I was kind of sat in the corner of the cab and I had to finish the service. It was really annoying. I'm hoping that there's a manual coming out for this. I did see on the Discord, the official Discord, somebody was writing one. I think it's the official one. I'm not sure. But it kind of needs a manual. There was an example couple of pages in there and it looks alright. It's a shame that wasn't ready for when it released, but it's pretty intuitive, though. Especially if you're from a train simming background. If you've got some experience with train sims, then I mean, you know, for example, all about the reverser, etc., and what it does, and you can get the thing moving. And it does give you the hints and tips at the bottom as well about what key to press. So that helps, because there is no sort of guided tutorial yet. I don't know if he plans to do one. So there's just the key tips as you go at the moment. Right, we've got 1.3. It's the community member that's doing it right, yeah. Excellent. It looks alright, I thought that might have been your job, Raph. I thought you might have stepped up there. Being as you're a manual type of guy. Or too slow. Let's put a bit more power in. Still got 600 to go. Right, let's start braking. $150. Make sure and let me know as well if you want to see some more of this. We can always play this in amongst the other stuff. I'm quite happy to play it. Oh, that one's going to be close. 3.6. That'll do us. Did you play this in Japan, Raph? Did you go and see the guy when you were there? Or was that a completely separate trip? I did see the photographs of you playing some train sim. Was it this you were playing? I don't know whether it was. Do you see the sunlight just then cast across the dials in the train? That was pretty neat. There it goes. And that's pretty neat, that. I don't actually know if it was sunlight with all this like heavy snow. It might have been the lights from the station, but that was pretty neat. Mood on TV says English routes would be amazing. Yeah, a game like this with English routes, but then, would you want the real route or just a fictional route like this is? I think because some of us are not from Japan, we can't tell the difference between whether this is a real route or not. We know it's not real, but if you lived in Japan, you might say, I'm not so sure about this. It's, do you know what I mean? You know, it wouldn't bother me if someone did a UK version of this. Yeah, I'd play it. I'd definitely play it. Right, our stop is right around this curve. Let's make sure we get down for the stop. It's warning me about the harsh braking again. There we go. Is there a free camera as well, like an 8 camera? Because obviously when you go to the outside, you kind of pivot in with the mouse like this, but is there a free camera? I don't know if anybody knows. Where I can basically fly out where I want to. If so, I'll try it. Oh, he's Indonesian. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was Indonesian. I assumed, obviously wrongly, that he was Japanese. Nice. Only acceptable reasons for Japanese brain delays: earthquake, towers, and Godzilla. Godzilla. Mothra was always my favourite, I've got to admit. Those films in the 60s with the like very early CGI monsters, brilliant. Right, we've got 800 to Takahashi. So we'll drop the power early enough. Oh no, Stace likes Godzilla, watch out. We're not talking about the cartoon. That one with Godzuki in it. I bet you don't even remember that. Godzilla and Godzuki. The Hanna-Barbera cartoon, that was pretty good. Right, 200 to go. Let's just release the brake. There's the buffers there on the left. I think that's where we came into in the previous one we did on this line. There we go, that's a good one. Bit slow again, but it works. Get made easy by being fictional, yeah. Right, we're about 6 minutes late at this point. I'm surprised we got any score. carry on to the end like a good sportsman. I do like it though, I've said it before, but I do like it that the snow is not just snow, it actually does affect the performance of the train. It's like hard mode. It's pretty, but it's hard to drive on it. Right, into the 60. Is this the 35 that I always forget about coming up or not? No, we're going straight on here. Right, let's go. We've only got 1.6 to the next one. And then we've got one stop after that, and that's the end of it. We'll get back to sunny weather after that. How long have we been streaming for? 1 hour 45. So we'll do a couple more. She's not old enough to remember proper cartoons like Scooby-Doo. Yeah. Hanna-Barbera made some good cartoons though, didn't they, back in the day? Including that Godzilla, it wasn't that bad. $700 to go, and then one more stop. Raf says it's going to be better once gameplay opportunities are added. Till then, it really doesn't do much besides driving a very limited set of services. Yeah, that's what we said at the beginning. So, like, we were just speculating that we hope there's enough in it to be going on with until, you know, that extra stuff gets introduced. Hope so. Right, 90 to go. Have we gone over the 5 meters? 3.5. That was all right. And yeah, Scrappy Doo, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That's pretty. You can't deny it. Kanamori is our final stop in just over 2 kilometers. Did someone mention freight before? I have a feeling I read something about freight but then forgot to mention it. Is freight being introduced? I know you talk about shunting though, but is there going to be freight trains? That could be quite interesting. Right, we've got 65 coming up in 200, but we're good for that. this being the terminating station will probably slow us right down, I think. We're all right. We've got 45 coming up, but we're still under that. Break subject to timed community will, so it's not on the next. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Maybe if enough people ask for it, he'll do it. I'd like to do freight on it, I must admit, yeah. By the way, if people already done their own, I don't know if you can do it, have people done their own train liveries and applied them to the custom liveries, is that something you can do already? And do you need to do it in any kind of special software, or does it do it within the game itself? Maybe that's the thing that's not been introduced yet, I don't know, but I'm sure on the Discord I saw people with different liveries on the trains. I don't know if that's a thing yet. There's many already. Oh, nice. I'll have to find out how to do that. I thought we had an old BR coach over there then. That one. Same colour scheme. Right, did I not acknowledge something then? What happened then? Brakes came on, didn't they? The brake line is charging. I must have got an emergency brake. That happened when I was outside the train. That's interesting. It's running now. You're given a lot of blank texture files so you can paint them simply by modifying. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. Yeah, can we share deliveries? That's actually a good point. Yeah, no worries, Pete. See you in a bit. Oh, we've overshot this one. In a big way. We're going backwards. Wait for the buzz, wait for the guide. And there he goes, look. Oh. We went 12 metres over then. We'll just back it up slightly. Let's brake there now. There we go. Train arrived at station, switch into forwards. And that is, that's the end of this one, I think. So that one was interesting in the snow, given all the physics things. Coupled with my bad braking. Don't look away if you don't want to see something really bad. This is like a -D or something. Safety, 95%. I'm alright with the safety, look. D. It was a D. There's something red on every stop. It's Dave with his red pen again. Yeah, 95% for safety. I think we'll concentrate on that. Punctuality 0. Oh god. Driving quality 16%. Yeah, so there you go. So if you want a challenge, that's what you want to be doing. Undershot. Did it? Undershot. I didn't see that. Right. Let's go back to this one, the Fukagawa line, and we'll do another one in here. This is where I'm going to rely on you guys telling me which way, not which way, which train we're driving. I'm going to do this one. Did we do the KR 5000? I think we did that before. Do we do shall we do the 5,000? I can't remember. Spring, partly cloudy. Let's have clear. Anybody know which one we should drive? I don't suppose it really matters. They're all very similar, apart from the braking. Shall we go for this one? Let's do it. This is another short one, 12 minutes. Once it loads in. Yeah, we did drive this one, didn't we? We did drive this one. Right. Tell you what. Let's go back. I want to pick another one. Just so we cover them all, really. It was on here, 1735, I think it was. Let's start. Alright, so we don't want the KR 5000, we've done that one. Shall we do this one? I think we've probably driven this one as well. What's the other option we've got? 15. We could do that one. I don't think we've done this one. I don't think we have. Right, I'm going to make an executive decision and go for this one. The HR 1100. So I'm going to take the weather out. And we're going to do it. And then we'll do another one on the main line before we finish. And that'll be us. Right, reverse it into forwards, headlight on. Let's just check. Yeah, there we go. This is 1735, so you can tell it's like late afternoon, can't you? With the shadows. So again, he's nailed it there on that one. 1735, we can depart out. So we'll just wait for that to come around. So we've got a 35 pretty much as we leave the platform. You can see the board just ahead. There's a lot of detail, isn't there? A lot of detail just as we're leaving the station here. The overhead stuff has been done quite well. I don't know how difficult that is to do. Right, 15 seconds. Right, now we can go. Now we've got that sorted out. Brakes are off. Right, this one's got lap brakes as well. But we'll do it. Get ready for that 35. Hopefully there'll be some new trains as well in this in future. I don't know if there's a plan to do that, but it'd be nice if we can get a couple. If we do get the freight stuff, we might get a new train. Is this the one I just drove? Oh god, that's even worse, isn't it? Oh well. That's punishment. It's the lap brakes. I want one next that hasn't got these brakes. Right. This is the short route, of course. So we won't be in it that long. Feel another overshoot coming on. No, it might be alright. We might be alright. Yeah, it was alright. Braking smoothness again. Penalised for that, but I quite like this yellow livery. I've used this in a couple of my screenshots. Quite like that. Gitami's next. Less than a kilometre. I think I might drive that modern one again in the next one. If I can find a service for it. No problems in this weather with the acceleration. Got full grip available. Yeah, it's a nice livery, this one. I think the reflections on the windows are brilliant. Whether that's an Unreal Engine 5 thing, you know, them being that good. Yeah, too much brake again, look, it's telling me. Hopefully soon, as we were talking about, we'll get some passengers on the platforms. Oh, looking at 0.3 away. 0.3. Now he'll let me stop. Do you know what I mean? Very, very finicky, that. Right, 1739. Let's go. So you'll be running up and down these two routes quite a bit. So you get used to them. Hopefully you don't get too used to them, and it becomes, you know, it becomes not enjoyable. So I don't know when the plan would be to get the first new route that's in the works, but hopefully, you know, it's pretty quick. And they release at regular intervals as well, just to stop that staleness, potential staleness setting in. Right, we've got to be down for a 20. All downhill this part, so you got to watch out for that speed creeping up, as it is doing. Tricky. This will be tricky in the snow. Just got back and caught the cherry blossom on the station, spot on. Yeah, it's nice. It's fluttering down as well, isn't it? Which again is another nice effect. It's not just the trees; it's actually the doing it again. The breeze is making it shed its petals, which is quite nice. Train announcement, station departure sounds are coming soon, which might add another layer of immersion. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Just going to take some time, isn't it? With one guy doing it. Right, off we go. 800 meters to the next one. $20 is our limit out of here across these points. Yeah, look at the sun cascading across the instrument panel. Quite good. Oh, he's already got a base on not that long. Oh, that's good news. That's good news. Yeah, I'll just keep an eye on the Discord and we'll see what happens. $300 to go. Let's take the power off. Apply a bit of brake, a bit more. It's like when you apply the brake in this one, the lap brakes, you apply some of the pressure, then if you want to slow down, if you release it, and as it's coming down, you lap it about halfway down. There seems to be a delay in whatever level you pick, and it re-lapping itself. It continues to go down a little bit. So I'm finding that a bit difficult to judge. You know, it's not staying where you hit the lap, if that makes sense. You're losing even more brake as you do it. So it's trying to work that out as well, factoring that in. Right, we've got Murakami and then we've got Issa, and that's it on this one. Then we'll do one more on the main line in the modern one, which we started with, and we'll go from there. I will ping it, Dave, in our channel straight after the stream, the Discord, so you can click and it will let you in. But on there you can put anything you find that's up with it. You can report a bug, which I did with that, as I said, with that service yesterday. People are sharing hints and tips and all that good stuff. Oh, go straight over again. Stop. No, we're over by 2 meters. Also put it in reverse, doesn't it? 2 steps to get back to reverse. You've got to go through neutral to get back, of course. Well, let's do it again. Right, here we go. Put it back in forwards. 1 stop after this. Yeah, of course, yeah, there is a link to it on the Steam page. I think that's where I found it as well. But I'll post it on our Discord as well after this, just in case anyone wants to pick it up and can't find it. Afternoon, Kay, how you doing? Talking of DTG, you've probably all saw those of you that play the DTG stuff as well as this. There was a preview stream for tomorrow, which has been cancelled at the last minute. There's no stream from Dovetail tomorrow, as I understand it. Right, down for 60. Gives you a kind of double warning when you get to the end of the route. Stop. Doing well, excellent, excellent. That'll do. 0.8 under being an overshoot. That's our last stop on this one as well. You like the LED display on the rear wall? Yeah, I've got it set to random tonight, so I think every half hour it should be changing stations every half hour. Normally, when we do a UK route, I'll usually set it to what our destination is, but obviously being in Japan tonight, I can't do that, so I put it on random. C for that one. That was terrible. I was absolutely terrible. Even my driving quality was down on this one. Safety again was pretty good. 99.4%. I'm good at safety. It's the rest of the stuff I can't do. You've got to be a trier though, haven't you? Right, we'll do one more before we disappear. We'll go back to the one we started with, this one on this side. So we'll go to the Sankai main line again this time. And we've got, let's have a look. I think that these limited ones, I think, are the ones we want. I think we did this one before, didn't we? We went on the up. Shall we go on the down this time? And we definitely want this one. What are the options? There's just one option. So the DC 8500. And we'll do this one. Spring, partly cloudy. Let's go. You found the Discord. Excellent. Cool. Yeah, Korean UK departure boards, that's from that LED display. Right, let's put it in forwards. We've got proper brakes back, so I'm hoping for a decent run on this last one. Take it out of emergency. Just waiting for 1310 to come around. So we've got just under half a minute. There's our train for this one. With its shiny glass. Right, let's go. $80 out of here. We're in the big fast diesel. Beats a 101, it definitely does. Yeah, I think the trains are fictional, okay? They're just based on real trains. Or they're from real units. They're not the exact ones though, are they, Raf? I don't think. Correct me though if I'm wrong. They are real trains. I did not know that. I thought they were like copies, not exactly the same. But have they got the real sounds on them then? Or are the sounds fictitious? I did not know that. There you go. That's good. They're just the routes are fictitious then, pretty much. And of course, these don't belong to any. The trains don't belong to any railway operator. There's a licensing. So there's just the trains without the railway operator. That's pretty neat. 95 I can do it. We've got to pass at the next station. We'll see if we can keep on time with this one now. Because it's a fairly nippy service, this one. Ran slightly over, very slightly over by 1 kilometre per hour. 120 coming up. There it is. Yeah, fictive railway operators. Yeah. I think licensing would blow his budget, wouldn't it? Probably. Rip and roar it on this route, I'll tell you. Of the two little lines that we've got, obviously this is the better one. You've got more to do, longer runs, better variety. This train doesn't run on the other route. This is just for like the express trains. Shore, my first passing point. 95 coming up. The mountain walls you think look a bit too repetitive. I haven't noticed, to be honest. I haven't noticed. Keep creeping over by 1 kilometre per hour, that's annoying. Sheerhammer, we're going past there as well, in 1 3/4. How is the sound? Is it alright? Because I can see it going into the red. This one. Down for an 80. Sheerhammer. Managing to keep the speed up to, sorry, not the speed, the score up to 97% at the moment, but we've not had to stop yet, that's probably why. That's coming up in 1.3. Right, let's see how we do with this one. Completely release the brake. Put one notch in. There you go. That's with proper brakes. That's with proper brakes. It's much, much easier. Hey, Dave, you'd love to go to Japan, but you really don't like long distance flights. Yeah, you'd have a job there then. I think nearest I've been to Japan will be Hong Kong. That's the only place I've been to in that sort of region. Hong Kong was good. I quite enjoyed Hong Kong. Not a million miles away from Japan, of course. Right, we've got to go fire for the next one. You're 6'5". I think Dave's about 6'5", aren't you, Dave, as well? That's two of you together. You need to upgrade your plane ticket to get the proper leg room, I think. For the 90. Yeah, Hong Kong's good. It's good. Right, up to the 120. Give it the beans. To crouch on the underground. Yeah. Right, we're watering here. We're doing all right. 94% on the score. Not too bad at all. Are those boats static, by the way? I saw boats there. I don't know if they're static or if they're moving around. I've not really noticed before. Waminato, this next station we're going through. Down for the 90 if we can. There it is. And we're stopping for the next one. Thanks again everybody for coming in, especially if you're in the chat. Lurking's fine too, don't get me wrong, lurking's fine. As long as you're here, that's all that matters. That's a good view there out to the right hand side. Omishima is next in 1 kilometre. Some of the screenshots on the Discord, you've got to really look to see the not from again. Yeah. Or to realise the from again, sorry. Yeah, absolutely. Even playing it now, it just looks real, doesn't it? It's like even the draw distance as well. You know, when I said look out to the right, you could see that bridge there coming in from quite a way out, and there it is. So, you know, in the viewing distance, it's good. And what was it? Something like 2.5 gig download. That's crazy. It seemed a very small download, so it must be well optimized. Ben, thank you for the sub. How are you doing? Right, let's do it. You love these long. You like me, Kinky. I can see you keep playing the. You keep playing the Paddington down to Penzance, don't you, in TS Classic as well? And you like me. You like a long run. That's a long run. I know you've done that a couple of times. But yeah, this is a long run. This isn't the longest run. We did one at the beginning, which was 44 minutes. It's the longest run. This one is, I think, did it say 28 minutes? This one, still a decent hop. Because you're not having to stop everywhere, which helps. But it's a decent hop, all the same. Yeah, UE5. We've got a couple of go vias. And an 85 coming up. to 120, let's get up there, then maximise those points. Yeah, the Blossom is flying around down here. Very nice. Hayakawa is our next goal via. If you can lose the hood, I've got to see that. It's going to take some time, I think, with all the speed changes. You'll be able to do it. Mainline runs is definitely where it's at. Way more interesting than the other line. Yeah, started to recognise it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bit by bit. Wow, I keep losing points by speeding like that, not looking. That's got me down to 89 now. That's me just not watching the screen. Challenge. Yeah, 150 knocks off for that, because I didn't quite do it. Sugano is our next go via. Not stopping for a couple of stations yet. By the way, I was asking in the other videos, has anybody else got a cursor on the screen, or is that just not a thing? Are you not meant to interact with the cab? Because I can't get my cursor to show, and I didn't know if that was me or whether that was a general setting. No cursor, right. I thought it was just me, that's alright then. Again, I'm used to be able to click things in the cab. It's what you're familiar with, isn't it? Right, there's nothing interactable. I can see all the levers, etc. moving, but yeah, you just can't move them with the cursor. So they react to the keys, but you just can't do it directly. I probably wouldn't use it anyway, to be fair. I'd just keep using the keys anyway, but I wasn't sure if it was a thing or not. Sounds like it is implemented. Down for 70. This is Nagata coming up. See the driver, press enter. I can try it, it's going to ruin my run. I just know it. And we're stopping now. So I'll just stop. Do it while we're stood still just briefly. You drag the mouse. Which button do you use to, when you drag the mouse? Just the left click? Right, let's try it. So just drag the mouse. Right, I haven't got a driver. Go to the passenger side of the car. Right click, go to the passenger side of the car. Oh, like that. Oh, there he is, yeah. Press enter. Oh, there he is. I like it. That's why we need the manual, you see. That's what we need the manual for. It'll tell us all that. I didn't know you could do that. So you can actually... I see, so you can go from... You can go from anywhere in the cab like this. You can actually watch him do his thing. That's weird to get used to, doing that. Go on, I'm speeding. Let's just watch him a second. See what he does. Up to the 60. That's pretty neat, isn't it? Oh, there he is. He is as well. He's pointing. I like it. Let's get back over in the seat now. Yeah, thanks for letting us know about that, Corey, and I didn't even know about that. If I'd have known about that, I would have put that in my first look. I didn't even know. That's pretty cool. 120. Raf's got the gloves. The trains must be in excellent condition if the driver's going in and out of the cab and not getting those gloves dirty. They really are this shiny, aren't they? That means. Oh, he's pointing there, look, as well, when you look from outside. You can see him doing it from the outside. That's pretty neat, that. I mean, I did see it on the screenshots, but I didn't know whether that was legit or not, or whether it was just for the screens, you know. 65 coming up. Bit late for it. This is Kanamori, and this is where we're finishing for tonight. I've had good fun on this, I'm not gonna lie. 2 hours 41 has just gone like that. And 45 coming up. It's a very good idea, executed very well, I would say. So, I wish him luck with the rest of it. Yeah, the castle's great. I did see the video, Raf, yeah, I didn't realise you had the gloves on. I must not have looked that closely. Right, I've got 35. Here's the speed board right there. Right, I've got to add some brake to that and then confirm. Even though I was coasting, it wanted me to brake. I'm going to release the brake again. The next signal is at danger, it tells me. And it is in 300 meters. Alert! Slow down! Apply the brakes! I'm not going that fast, honest. I'm not going to oxynom this one and go straight through and spad. There's just no way. Not when we've had such a good stream, to be fair. We'll slow down as nicely as possible. 2 meters. We'll take another look outside and we'll get our summary screen. Anytime now. Let's press enter. And he pointed again. Just as we went, he pointed again. I saw him. That was better. My scores are up a little bit on here, but I was speeding quite a lot, which didn't help. But I got an A. I did all right. So if I think did we start on an A? I think we started on an A and I finished on an A. So those fast runs are definitely my thing. In that one with the proper brakes. The lap brakes is just going to take you a bit of time to get used to, unless you're a lap brake expert to start with. So there we go. That is Running Train. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks again for joining me. It's been a good stream. I'm thankful to see it's cooled down a little bit since I started. So yeah, take it easy. We'll be back with something else quite soon. Until then, cheers everyone. See you next time. Bye for now.